Alright, get ready for a day of my inventory being frustratingly full. I'll take them with me. I put my... God damn it. I put my morphine and my alpha tablets in the nightstand because the alpha tablets are low quality and the morphine I haven't been using, but it, you know, fits alongside a bed because that's what it's used for. But my existing stuff's probably gonna last me until the end anyway. That's the pub. That's Grief. Those are more or less the two places I would try. I figure Grief probably sells alcohol and drugs and guns. Just anything vaguely seedy. And then the bar should sell alcohol. I could fight more tribal people. Not tribal, what are they called? Steppe people? For more twirine extract potentially, but even though I have 4 of it in my inventory right now, I'm not actually convinced it'll work. That's the somewhat frustrating part. Oh, this is the... I can't go over that, can I? Damn it. City planning! Yeah, I'm taking it with me because I don't want to take another trip in case it does work. Because it is twirine, but it's twirine extract, which, I mean, extract... I don't know if the extract is flammable. I don't know. I'm hoping to find an alternate way out of the quest anyway, where I don't have to give him the stuff, but I don't know what to do yet. So I basically have 2 reasons to go to the bar. One, I need to talk to... Oh, letter. One, when I go to the bar, I need to try to find the alcohol, but preferably I would like to talk to Andre's brother. Because hopefully maybe I can find an alternate solution for the quest if I find his brother. That might involve not having to murder him. Well, not murder, but, you know, not enable him to kill himself. Is probably the ideal situation. Maybe if I tell his brother, he'll just run over there and punch him in the face. It's like, you dummy. KO! It's like, I'll keep him away from the booze. Hey, you, cut that out. Oh boy, that's fire. That hurt. That hurt. Don't kill him. I'm trying to kill him. No! I bled for him. Dag nabbit. Meat. Twirine. No, that's not twirine. That's combustible fluid. So many similar things. Heal me. Ow. I've got the alpha tablets again. Now if I get another twirine extract or really anything else, like now the inventory will be refilled again. And I won't be able to pick them up. So I'll probably have to throw that away anyway. Cool. I was able to kill that guy more than I expected. I'm afraid to fight the pyros because they tend to burn you alive. Hey, buddy. Hey, news.
A bull is down. Well, that's one straightforward allegory.
The fuck? Why can't I tell him about it? He's like so desperately wanting to save his brother, supposedly. Alright. Twirine. I should sell the tablets, I guess? They're filling up my inventory. Okay, so he sells 3 twirine. Now I've got 3. Next logical step, I think, is to see if this is enough. Maybe this is already enough. Hey, buddy. I'm getting used to jumping over your fire. That's a problem. How about some water? Nope. Alcohol is too flammable, Peter. Let's not take unnecessary risks. Okay. No, I don't think twirine extract counts. So now I need to find 2 more twirine. Yeah, made it. Which means I probably need to go down to Bad Grief's lair. Because that guy probably sells booze. I only know of 1 bar, really. Clink. Or specifically, I know of 2 bars because there's another location where the bar symbol shows up, but as far as I can tell, you can't actually go in the other one. I think I've tried a few times now. Howdy, bad grief. How you doing?
What?
I wonder. Dying ain't no fun. You ain't gonna pay your way out of the netherworld. Could earn some coin here, though. I hear it pays good. And so man starts to wonder. Go ahead, Grief. Why wonder? Oh, no. I need weapons, Grief. Mostly need twirine. Hey, twirine. Okay, I can afford that. It's more expensive now, asshole, but I can afford it. And he sells a bunch of other stuff, also expensive. Fucking shit. Army boots are 100,000. Army gloves are 65,000. Jesus. Oh my god. He's next level concerning with his prices. My god. Alright, well, I'll just take what I can. Haha, I've got 5 twirine now. It was unnecessary to bring this extract with me. What does the extract do again? Maybe I should consider using it. Boost immunity and with a little bit of lost health. I should probably just start drinking them all. I don't think I'm going to find uses for them. Starting with you. What was the smaller one? 45%. I'm a little high right now. Let's do 45%. Lose a little health, get super high immunity. Might as well start using them. They're valuable as immunity drugs. And if I don't use them for that, then I'm just going to have to deal with, I mean, we're running out of game at this point. So, if I have immunity boosters to go with, let's use it. You know, it just now occurs to me how strange it is that the twirine extract tells you its exact amount of immunity boost it gives you and the exact amount of health you lose. Like, holy crap, would it be so helpful if every other item did that. But as far as I can tell, no other item in the entire game does that. It's just that one item. And it's the least controlled substance I know of, by the way. Every other game is like, everything in the game is like various medicine things I might have encountered before as the Bachelor and understand. But the fucking twirine extract is a weird bottle I found on some tribal people that I've never seen before or something. And I know exactly what it does. Here, you see? I brought the twirine. Now give me the designs. Here you go. Careful, or they'll catch fire. Have you seen how it burns, by the way? It's a firework. The flame of deep green, navy, purple, crimson, black. You're going to see it now. Stop, I have a better idea. Really. Go help your brother. Do you know he's been arrested? He killed several people trying to help you. That's fine. I've been suffering for 10 years because of him. So you don't care? No one does. I do care. Soon I'll prove that to you in practice. What? That's new. Okay. The polyhedron's absolutely massive on the map now, where it previously did not show up. Is he actually going to kill himself, or... I want to burn myself in twirine. But why here? And why do you look like this? This place is memorable to me. It was after marking this ruin that I had an epiphany and realized how to erect my tower heavenwards. And the mask came into my possession after my unsuccessful appointment as a master of cremations. So here I am, doing my job. Go away from here, Peter. Maria is waiting for you. First, I'll go to my place. I don't want to see anyone in this condition. Too much has burned to ashes inside of me. Too much has evaporated into thin air. I want to drown myself in a new flame. There are soldiers in your house. They found where you live. I'm in the clear. There's nothing for me to be afraid of. That's what you think. What if they confuse you for your brother? No. Go in peace, Daniel, or give my designs back. Wait, tell me, Peter. What have you constructed? What is it? Have you been inside the tower? I have. It's a multi-dimensional space. It is turned onto itself. It has no surfaces, borders, or bounds. It has no mass. It has no end. I don't believe you. Then go and see for yourself. Just let the children teach you how to get back. But this is a sensation, a groundbreaking discovery that will turn the whole world upside down. The discovery is not mine. I've nothing to be proud of, really. I've stumbled across it by accident. Moreover, I don't really understand how it works. I've studied my own calculations inside out, and I still don't get it. Something is off, but what? That is the question. Well, I never. An architect with schizophrenia. So is he not killing himself now? He still wants to burn himself into wiring. His blueprints. I need to hold on to those. Oh. I guess I can get rid of my empty bottle. That's terrifying. That's terrifying how the game will just drop important items on the floor like that. How's this going? I've recovered the priceless designs. I should take them to the Inquisitor immediately. Oh. Katerina's unexpected invitation. I beg you to believe what I say. These recent events are monstrous. My hands tremble so much I can hardly write. Here it is. He is here again. Come to the rod. Please, I need you. Katerina Sabarova. It. This one's already done, so I need to go to the Inquisitor for this one. I need to go to Katerina for the other one. The Inquisitor can probably wait. Of course, it's Katerina, the person that's sick. I am a little confused, guys. I know that's always the case in this game, because it's pathologic. His dialogue... He never came out and said, I'm not going to kill myself. But he did weirdly say a bunch of things adjacent to that idea. Like, he supposedly was setting up to burn himself to death here in that costume, right? But all that other dialogue was talking about him going somewhere else and meeting with other people, and he doesn't want them to see him like this and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, now I'm confused. Does that mean he's not killing himself? But his idle dialogue still talks about him killing himself after all that other dialogue happened, so it's kind of confusing. We'll have to see. Monomycene, ferromycene. I forget which one's good. Right, I don't actually know. This halves the infection. This one significantly lowers it, which could mean a lot? I don't know. The other one lowers it to a third. Have the ferromycin, I don't know what it does. So now you want to see me just in time for when you're sick.
Matchmakers are coming, trying to woo me.
There you are, Bachelor. I've been waiting for you, waiting to reveal to you. Nobody else knows this secret, and I'll never tell them. Who else should I reveal it to but you, the man that only came here for its sake? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Who I am talking about? Well, Simon? Simon is alive. I just saw him suddenly appear at the Crucible. I sense him, you know. I can't ignore it. I woke up, but the feeling refused to let go of me. He's there. He is still there. It was all a lie, an illusion. Reuben will back up my words. I don't understand. Why Reuben? Reuben must tell the truth. He never lies. If you make him swear on his master's name, he will tell you that he never dissected the body. Simon is at the Crucible. It was all an illusion, a deception. You say you can feel his presence, but if Simon is alive, why weren't you feeling it all this time? Surely he couldn't have risen from the dead. I do not know myself. I would never mislead you. Why would I? We, the Sabarovs, are done for. We were the first to suffer Clara's punishing hand. Whoever wins, we shall never again rise from the ashes. And still I say to you, he is there. This is for you. Simon is to a certain extent a concept. That much I've concluded by now, which means your words can be taken very much as an allegory. No! No, that's exactly why the Canes are so abhorrent. Any fantasy that only has the right to exist in a realm of dreams, they give substance. It's as if they're just bringing all those illusions, all the vastness available to human imagination, into this world. What's so important about that? They deserve praise. I was gonna say they deserve praise because of the fact that they can make the impossible happen. If they can really do it, then cool. Like, the evidence backs it up. But I don't like the worship part, so I'm not gonna say that. Fine, but why are you so upset? I beg you on my knees, go to him, see for yourself that he is alive, and let the Inquisitor rend the Canes to pieces. Aglaia will be happy, because the only good thing in her is her hatred of the Canes. Is that so? I didn't know that. Well, now you do. Oh, how generously shall she reward you for the news, for exposing the villains on the eve of everyone's doom. Alright, how doomed are we? Tomorrow. What happens on day 12 if tomorrow is supposed to be our doom? A truly heroic deed. So why won't you do it? I ask for so little. I was going to visit the Crucible anyway. Perhaps there really is no smoke without fire. What? Oh no, I was just there. Damn it. Back down there again? Yeah, I guess I should talk to Ruben to see whether or not he's just outright lied to me.
I'm afraid I'm of little use now.
The glorious deceased are back. What the Canes wouldn't sacrifice for the beauty of the past days. Wait, there are several dead in there now? Oh, no follow-up. Concerning. Is Ruben still alive then? So Ruben was the doctor we met very early on. And I've been using his lab from time to time because of the microscope. And I guess I could go down here because, yeah, it's easier to avoid plague along this bank here. When did we last hear of Ruben? Ruben stole the body away in the early days, and then finally said, Ruben stole the body away during the early days, and then he, what did he do? Ooh, that guy might have what I want. I remember that he did something that he wasn't supposed to do, and he essentially, sorry, I'm trying to figure out what to even phrase this as. Partly I'm trying to remember what the fuck happened in this game. There's a lot to remember. There's a lot to remember. I stabbed the shit out of this guy. One way or another, he did something that was kind of a betrayal of the Canes. Don't throw the knife at me, you asshole. There's definitely, like, I'm sitting here like, what the fuck does the game expect you to do about the knife throwing? Like, to this day, I don't understand how you can avoid the knife throwing besides just run away. But, like, it's clearly a long-range attack, but he does it when I'm really close to him sometimes, and I'm like, you fuck! Because it's way more dangerous than any of the actual melee attacks he has, is the long-ranged attack. because it's not less useful at close range. In fact, it's infinitely more useful at close range because it destroys me. Okay, he's aggroed. But one way or another, he did something that he thought the canes would kill him for, or definitely punish him for. Oh, there goes that. So he claimed he was turning himself in to the canes for his punishment after what he had done. But if Ruben is back in his lab now, which he has not been, I've been there like relatively recently, I believe, and he was not there. If he is suddenly back, then that means that this probably was a charade, because that his supposed punishment itself was a lie. It was instead probably just a machination to create an excuse for him to disappear, so that he'd be out of my vision, so he could keep the lie alive. With that, because if he was still around, he might expose himself for having not operated on the canes at all, on Simon Kane at all, but instead simply hid his body away and maintained like a Romeo and Juliet style false death. Seems to be what we're hinting at here, as far as I can tell. It's a bummer that I can never find guards anymore. They were a useful resource, and I can never find them anymore. And I don't think you guys count. I can't even talk to you guys. Yeah, the standard guards that would walk around. That guy over there. I can never find them anymore. The ones that stand still. Only the ones that stand still are vendors. That guy is just some asshole that just talks to you a little bit, and he's the only variant that's around anymore. Hey. Interesting seeing you here, dude.
I'd rather not go looking for another hideout.
They let me go. But it can't be. Georgie was supposed to put me to death. Then your transgression is not so great, colleague.
I'd rather not go looking for another hideout.
Why would he have put you to death? Why, blasphemy, of course. Or do you still not realize the fate that befell Simon? Tell me the truth, Ruben. Is Simon alive? What do you mean? Simon is dead. Certainly dead, now. Although he was alive, for all the while he was thought to be dead. What the fuck are you saying? Katerina Sabarova came back from another sojourn with the spirits and declared that Simon had arisen from in the crucible just now. She's hysterical. Well, Katerina is... that Clara did something to her. Took her power and her crown as a mistress. Are you certain that she said that? It's impossible. I broke Simon down into tiny particles with my own hands and turned him into the white vaccine. How are you certain that the man whose body you took was Simon Kane? You think I don't know what Simon looked like? You think his greatness, his noble visage, is comparable to his brother or anyone else? After all, if it wasn't his superhuman blood, who else could fight the disease for so long and almost beat it, even if at the cost of lethargy? Whose? Can you tell me? Understand that in all my time here, I have never, not even once, seen Simon, the only man I hope to meet here. I never saw him alive, never saw him dead. What do you expect me to believe? Fine. Ask at the Crucible. Since they let me go, they clearly don't think of me as either a murderer or as a blasphemer. Let them explain where Simon is. I've said all I can. By the name of your master, Ruben, answer me. Did you tell the truth? It's all true. I broke Simon down into particles. Anything that couldn't be used to make the vaccine, I burned. There was no mistake. Can't you see? Only that wondrous organism could produce the white vaccine. Really weird words to use. The one that's still keeping hundreds of people alive. I give you my word. Very well. Then my path takes me to the Crucible once again. Just as 9 days ago, when your master directed me there.
Yes.
Ah, I kind of missed this song. Ruben's theme, as far as I can tell. As far as I'm aware, it only plays here. It really diverges heavily from this song and a lot of the other ones we're used to hearing. Alright, Canes. I'm here to speak with all of you. Spill them secrets. Okay, that house is locked. What if he is back? Because they were acting strangely earlier. And I even suggested that maybe he was resurrected and took over their bodies. Hey, why is the other guy's door locked for the first time?
There's buzzing in my ears.
I need to ask you a question. Ask. I shall answer as clearly as I can. Do you know why ghosts always speak in riddles? They used to puzzle me. After all, I've never felt compelled to resort to allegory in order to draw conclusions from my visions. Now I know the answer. Their consciousness is fragmented. Is it true that Simon Kane is alive? But what do you call life? Life is any state of a human being that's different from death. Do you know of that which we call memory? Yes, I think I have the basic idea. Why then did you ask me that question about Simon? Katerina's in a frenzy. She was convinced that Simon is at the Crucible. Ah, so that's why. Tell me, did Katerina only talk about Simon? Only him? And you say she was in a frenzy. Did she not notice the presence of another person at the Crucible, the very thought of whom should make the girl tremble? Who are you? You cannot know the answer to that question. Had my daughter not fallen in love with you, you wouldn't have been allowed to ask even the questions you've asked so far. Why have you come here, Bachelor Dankovsky? I want to know the truth about Simon. So you want to know the truth about Simon? So be it. You will. The truth is that Georgie Kane, who so ardently desired eternal life for his brother, has committed himself in entirety to Simon's memory. He is imbued completely with memories of him. That is what Katerina saw. But she is very sloppy with her visions. I think I'm beginning to understand. If Katerina starts spreading rumors of Simon's return, tell them Georgie has gone mad, that he imagines himself to be Simon, and Katerina is sensing those waves. Talk to Georgie. Let him confirm his consent to being presented as a madman. You mean he must himself agree that I paint him as insane? Yes. Go to him. Talking to him will open your eyes on the truth. You are a perceptive man, after all. Help us. Some rumors would be very inopportune, and please accept some money. It'll be of use in shutting up a few particularly big mouths. You have no idea how much has changed. The cost of shutting up mouths is now several times greater. 7 grand. Neat.
The crazed mob believes that Simon was reborn.
Alright. The crazed mob. I made me some bank. So he's claiming that Simon is not actually back and Georgie's just obsessing over his memory? Which may have more literal implications than immediately apparent. There's 2 drug girls in the same place. Quickly, before they scatter. Oh man, you have a lot of drugs, but I've already bought some from the last one I saw. It's 8. It's 13. They do stack up. I have a lot of orange pills right now, though. Why don't y'all ever have Schmouder? It's always the tiny girl, and no one else. But I can't find her anymore. She's never around. All the small children probably died already. Why was it unlocked? Why was it locked before? They didn't give me a key. It's almost like the story just had to make sure those conversations happened in the correct order.
I'm deadly tired.
What do you want? I just want to talk to you and ask for your blessing. Ask for you blessing in a certain difficult affair. Yes, you are exactly as I imagined. My boy, when Isidore described you to me, I knew that this is the way I would like my heir to be. Alas, I have never begotten one. I am not the first Cain to lack a son, and regrettably, not the last. I'm not a boy, Judge. You shouldn't attach so much significance to age differences. Beyond a shadow of doubt, this is a man, not a boy standing before me. So why is this man here? Judge, there is a rumor in this town that Simon is alive and his supposed death was a ruse set by the Cains to disguise their involvement in this plague outbreak. The truth about Simon Cain is the kind of truth that may only be explained to those ready to accept it. You want to know what happened to his body? Very well. Simon Cain was afflicted with the sand plague. His body has been torn into droplets and fibers. It's a pity that we now cannot produce his remains before the non-believers. What are they to find comfort in now? The news that you have gone mad, Judge. Do you believe that I have gone mad? I'm starting to think I've been in a madhouse all this time. Here is my final request. Tell the Inquisitor that Georgie Cain has gone insane, and that our family is in preparation for collective suicide. That should do. Perhaps she will even leave you alone for another day or two. That's not true, is it? Not entirely true, but true enough to satisfy a vigorous mind like hers. Temporary lives will depart so that the eternal lives will be reborn. Go now, my boy. You are no mystic, after all. I shall fulfill your request. Temporary lives will leave. They're just Most of the people in this game are kind of infuriating to deal with because a lot of them are lying to you, manipulating you, or speaking in riddles and so on, but the Cains are just... like, there's so many moments of like, what are you talking about? What is your goal? Is anything real? And of course, a lot of it is, otherwise it'd be way more mundane. Jeez, that effect.
I often feel like someone's looking at us.
Why do you wear that top? Seriously, what the fuck? Who designed that? I want to have flowers on my nipples to highlight them. Here's where they are. Boop, boop. It's like, who? What? Why would somebody wear a dress that looks like that? It's really bizarre. Well, everything points back to the Inquisitor now. Conveniently, both quests tell me to come back here at the same time, so I can just have a good old talking marathon. We like talking marathons, don't we?
The commander and I haven't held council, even though it's against the rules. I'm counting on you, doctors.
I'm listening to an equal, Bachelor. Have you already been told about the Cains? God, these days I'm told about nothing but the Cains. Or do you mean something really special? I have extremely valuable information. Where do you imagine Simon Cain currently is? Partly in heaven, and partly in the ground, I suppose. Why? You have reason to believe otherwise. You should know that Georgie Cain has gone insane. He believes himself to be Simon. He will possibly die soon. Victor too. I don't believe that. Out of the question. I don't even want to hear about it. Don't make me disappointed, I beg of you. I have told you what I intended to. Draw your own conclusions. Is that so? Well, that changes everything. I will of course draw my own conclusions. In fact, I am doing so right now. The information is indeed extremely valuable. I will even allow myself to appraise their precise price tag. However, it wouldn't be very nice for two crafty people like us to outwit each other, wouldn't you agree? I have my own opinion and I'll remain entitled to it, with your kind permission. You just give me 7,000 more? Everyone's paying me.
I'm dead tired.
Here are the blueprints. Hopefully you'll treat them with utmost care. They will probably become a bibliographical rarity even before the author passes away. That's out of the question. From what I know about the author, he doesn't have much time left. A wild lifestyle, heightened anxiety, alcohol and hallucinogen addiction, obsessive phobias, remarkably intensive neural stress. And yet you were implying something else when mentioning his short lifespan. What? No. As you are probably aware, yesterday I took that young man under my protection and averted a threat to him. Admittedly, I also implied that people like him are always in danger. Always. Tell me, how long have you known that man? His brother and I were peers back when we were in university. Has he ever told you of the similarities the two of you bear? That you could end up in a position similar to his and vice versa? That being an inevitable victim of circumstance is the only fate available to a genius? I ask you to be precise. A lot of things hinge on your answer. Perhaps. Even if he didn't say those precise words, he certainly could have. Well, let us take a look at the blueprints then. What do you think? It's an absolute masterpiece. Is that what you think? Well, I'll have a look. Go now, and only come back here after a while, preferably tomorrow. Everything is in plain sight. It doesn't require a thorough study to see. And yet... we should give no heed to rumors and hearsay. These manuscripts and these designs are a work of restless genius. They are erratic, spontaneous, and incoherent. Hopefully Aglaya will be able to unpick their meaning. I am sure there is a deep-seated rational explanation behind it all. I shouldn't have put my trust in Aglaya. Contrary to what I expected, the conversation with her did not set me at ease. In her eyes, I caught a glimpse of the strange flame that was illuminating Victor's gaze as we spoke. Did someone say they were related? I think I'm going insane as well. I think that's every quest done. I have no letters? No? It's like the end of day 10? But it's only 5 o'clock. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Alright. I gotta figure out what to do with the rest of today. Shit. This has like never happened before. There's so much time left in today. I feel inclined to just go poking around. I think I might explore every street of this neighborhood and just grab every trash can, but also just take a poke around, because there's so much stuff in this particular neighborhood on the west side of the city, assuming that north is up on the map, because I don't know if that's ever actually been verified. There's so much around this town that I've never had to really explore, or I've never had to revisit it at the very least. Random features everywhere. Might as well be thorough, see if I can loot stuff, because on one hand you'd think like, oh, a bunch of time off, I should just loot stuff non-stop and run around the whole map, right? But so much of the map is full of enemies and disease that it's like the more I run around needlessly, the more I make a negative impact on my overall inventory. No, it's best to hang out in a safe area and maybe just force time to pass if I can't come up with anything else to do at some point, because it's not generally worth it to just go exploring now that the city is a shithole, which has been true since like after day 1. It's pretty much just the first day that was peaceful and nice everywhere, and then I think day 2 immediately the plague began, and from ever since it's now not been a great idea. Although at the beginning it was easier. During day 2 and whatnot, there was just like a, oh no, that, oh right, yeah. So day 1 I think the map was safe. Day 2 I think the top corner was diseased and nothing else was. By day 3 it started spreading everywhere, and now it's like constantly like a third of the map is disease, a third of the map is combat, and a third of the map is empty, more or less. Has been like the go-to. I should trade for the bullets. It's for a gun I actually have, at least. I have to constantly keep in mind the fact that I don't have a pistol right now, because it just disappeared. And maybe I should buy a new one, or maybe I can get away with not getting another one, I don't know. Where'd that kid go? Come back here. But yeah, if it just jump cuts to tomorrow, then you know I kind of waited it out. Ooh. I should definitely trade for you, because I do not encounter that kid a lot. The young boys I don't see nearly as much as that one little girl repeating over and over again, and so I'm actually overstocked on items to trade with them. But yeah, I might actually go to sleep and get a head start and start tomorrow right at midnight, giving me even more time tomorrow, since apparently I'm just completely out of stuff to do. It's really weird.